warm welcome to everyone and namaste. So from today onwards, we are going to discuss yet another interesting topic. In the last episodes, we discussed, does God exist? Yes, reasonable understanding we got about the existence of God, and from today onwards we will discuss, if God exists, can I see God? So people discuss about God, and when this question comes, they back out. So today we will discuss, if God exists, can we see God? That will be the topic for discussion. Begin with a story about elephant and 6 blind people. So one time there were 6 blind people came together to get knowledge about an elephant. So you can see in the image that each blind person is trying to experience what is an elephant by his own understanding. And what happened exactly in this story? So there was one blind person who was holding the tail of the elephant, and he thought the elephant looks like a rope. Another blind person, he held the legs of elephant, and he said elephant is like a tree. Another blind person, he touched the body of the elephant and thought elephant is like a wall. Another blind person, he touched the ears, the big ears, sharp ears of the elephant, and understood that elephant is like an axe. Another blind person, he held the trunk of the elephant and thought the elephant is like a snake. Another blind person, he held the teeth, the tusk of the elephant, and understood that elephant is like a sharp arrow. Friends, my question is this understanding which the blind people perceived, is it right or wrong? It is right, but not completely right. Meaning, every blind person tried to understand what is an elephant in his own understanding, in his own limited knowledge. So now the question remains, if these 6 blind people, if they have to understand and get the absolute knowledge about an elephant, what should they do? Got an idea? Yes, they should approach a person who has got eyes, who can see the reality as it is. And when they approach that person who has got that knowledge, who has got that eyes, who can see the reality as it is, when they ask him, my dear sir, please can you explain what exactly is an elephant? Then they will get the correct understanding about an elephant. So similarly, we will continue the understanding of this analogy in our session. Now, to get knowledge, there are many ways in the scriptures. Scriptures gives us so many ways to gain knowledge. In Sanskrit, we call it as pramanas. But primarily, there are 3 basic and important pramanas, the ways to get knowledge. And what are they? Number 1, it is called Pratyaksha Praman. What is Pratyaksha Praman? Prati Aksha Praman. Prati Aksha means the direct sense perception. So all of us, we are aware that we have got 5 senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, or in Sanskrit we call it as 5 Gnanendriyas. Through these senses we get Gyan, knowledge. And what are they? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. So Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So we get knowledge about Shabda through ears, Sparsha through touch, through skin, Rasa through tongue, Gandha through nose. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rupa through eyes, and Rasa and Gandha. So these are the 5 knowledge acquiring senses or Gnanendriyas, and through these senses we get knowledge. So this direct sense perception, it is called Pratyaksha Praman. And the second way of getting knowledge is Anumana Praman. So what is Anumana? Theories based on evidence or inference or some guesswork. If somebody is very fat, and what is the inference we give? This person is too fat because he eats a lot. Actually speaking, he may not be eating a lot, but our inference. So we do the guesswork, Anuman, based on looking at certain things and certain situation. So that is the second way, that is Anumana Praman. And what is the third way and the most important way? It is Shabda Praman, meaning hearing from the bona fide authority. So among Pratyaksha, Anumana and Shabda, which is best and what are its characteristics, we will discuss in detail in the couple of sessions. Now let us analyze what exactly is Pratyaksha Praman. So Pratyaksha Praman means what we see, we believe. What we hear, we believe. What we touch, we believe. Meaning all these things or knowledge we get from our direct senses, we believe it is the truth. But our main theme of discussion is, can we see God? We are trying to get knowledge about God, and can we understand or get absolute knowledge about God through Pratyaksha Praman or through senses is our question. So now let us first understand what is Pratyaksha Praman and analyze what exactly it is. Then we will try to understand whether we can understand God through this Praman. So Pratyaksha Praman means seeing is believing. So one of the very important argument atheists give about God is, okay, you say God exists, I will also believe God exists, provided if you show me God. So meaning seeing is believing. If I can't see, I don't believe it. So my question is, how many of you have seen Poland? How many of you have seen Antarctica, Atlanta, all these countries, some small countries? So you have not seen. Do you believe it? As per your logic, you should not believe it, because you say only if I see, I believe. So you have not seen Poland. Does that mean Poland doesn't exist? You have not seen God. Does that mean God doesn't exist? Is the question. So now, even in our life, in our practical day-to-day life, we see so many things, but we don't believe it. For example, if you see yourself in a convex or a concave mirror, you appear either small or big. Do you believe it? We don't believe it. So in the physics, the theory of refraction, you put a stick in the water, it appears bent. Do you believe the stick is bent? No. But you are seeing it. Why can't you believe it? So there are so many things we see, we don't believe, and there are so many things which we don't see, but we believe. So then this argument, we cannot use it to understand the absolute person or God. So now, why by Pratyaksha Praman, we can't get the absolute knowledge? We cannot understand the absolute truth through our blunt material senses because of the following reasons. What are the reasons? We have 4 defects. All of us have to suffer or struggle or live our life with these 4 defects. These defects are connected to our senses. And what are these 4 defects connected to our senses? Number 1, our senses are imperfect. Number 2, our senses have a tendency to be illusioned. Number 3, because there is a tendency to get illusion, there is a tendency to commit mistake. And number 4, because we commit mistake, to just patch it up, there is a tendency to cheat. So what are the 4 defects all of us we have? Number 1, senses, imperfect senses, tendency to get illusioned. Number 3, tendency to commit mistake. And number 4, cheating propensity, tendency to cheat. So these are the 4 mistakes. We will analyze one by one. So the first imperfection. So imperfect senses. How can you say our senses are imperfect? Because we can't see what is happening behind this wall. There is a wall and I can see only things which are inside the wall. Outside the wall, beyond the wall, we can't see. So our eyes are blind outside the range of 400 to 700 millimicrons. In this image you can see what we can see is only those things which comes in that visible range. Those rays which comes outside this visible range, we can't see it. For example, radio waves, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, we can't see these things because it doesn't come under the visible range of vision. So because of that we can't see that. Now somebody may say, yes, I can't see something which is beyond in the solar system or whatever, but scientists say you use this special microscope or a telescope or some special instrument, because our senses are imperfect, but the instrument which we have invented, it has better capacity. It can capture images which your eyes cannot capture. So one scientist actually said this. Another scientist actually made a comment saying that even though you have better instrument to capture things which you can't see, but still those captured images from that instrument you have to see it through your own eyes. And again you have to see and decide based on your own senses. But our senses are imperfect. Hope you got the point here. So let us take a break and come back.